start with a new chapter, diseases, causes and control. In last class, what we have learned? We have learned about the different of disease. We have learned about the different categories of disease, just mainly based on the extent of occurrence, endemic, epidemic, pandemic, sporadic, communicability, infectious and non-infectious, then kinds of pathogens, whether it is bacteria, virus, or any other type of germs, then a kind of transmitting agent, whether it is transmitted by the air, water, or by the food. Then we discuss about the endemic disease, epidemic disease, pandemic disease, and disparate disease. We have discussed about non-communicable disease and communicable disease. Then we have discussed about the incubation periods, because once the germs enters inside our body, it will take a certain time to show the symptoms of our disease, which is called the incubation periods. Then we have learned about the different incubation periods of different types of pathogens or different types of germs. Mainly those particular germs which causes the disease in our body, they are called pathogens. So it might be bacteria, it might be virus, right? It might be any types of other germs. So any germs which will cause any type of disease in our body, they are called pathogens. Clear? So today we will discuss about the disease which are caused by those pathogens. So if you try to look over here, last we have learned about the pathogens, bacteria, the type of disease caused by them. So bacteria causes cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis. So in today's class, we will learn the disease caused by bacteria. That means we are going to learn about the disease cholera, typhoid fever, and tuberculosis. Similarly, the virus, it will cause XAVIER'S, chickenpox, hepatitis, right? Protozoa, they will cause malaria, amoebic dysentery, sleeping sickness, and helminths, the worm, they will cause ascariasis, teniasis, and filariasis. So these are the different types of pathogens, and these are the list of the diseases which are caused by those pathogens. So today we will learn the diseases caused by bacteria. So open your textbook and kindly mark in the book. Yes, it will be easier for you. So let's see the diseases which are caused by bacteria. So cholera, typhoid fever, and tuberculosis. These are the three diseases which are mainly caused by bacteria. Yes, so let's see first one, cholera. So here we learn about the name of the bacteria that causes cholera. Yeah, remember, it's very important. The name of the bacteria that causes cholera, the site of infection, in which part of the body the bacteria will infect, will attack. Number 3, symptoms of the disease, then treatment of the disease, and prevention. So these particular things you have to remember. First one, name of the bacteria that causes the disease. Number 2, the site of infection. Number 3, the symptoms. Number 4, treatment. And number 5, prevention. So these things you have to keep in mind when we discuss about cholera, typhoid fever, and tuberculosis or TB. So let's take a look at the first one, cholera. So it's mainly caused by a bacterium called Vibrio cholera. This is very important. Alright, remember the name. The scientific name of the bacteria that causes cholera is Vibrio cholera. So whenever we are going to write the scientific name of the bacteria, when we are writing handwritten, when we are writing it, we have to underline it separately. This is the genus name and this is the species name. So since it is scientific name, we have to underline it. But mainly in your textbook, it will be in case of italics, so no need to underline. But when we are writing it, so we have to underline it. Clear? So the name of the bacteria that causes cholera is Vibrio cholerae. Site of infection, it will infect the intestinal tract. Clear? Number 3, the incubation period. The incubation period of Vibrio is how many hours? From few hours to 6 days. That means the appearance of the first symptoms. Alright, the point or the time period between the entry of germs into our body and the appearance of first symptoms of the disease is called incubation period. So incubation period for the bacteria Vibrio cholerae is last from few hours to 6 days. Now, what are the symptoms of cholera? Vomiting, loose motion, dehydration. There will lack water in the body, so there will be little or no urination. The next thing, remember, if there is little or no urination, then the amount of urea, the chief nitrogenous waste product, the chief component, clear? The urea concentration keeps on increasing in the body, and this will be very fatal, very little for that particular individual, because urea is highly poisonous and it has to be removed from the body, and it's removed from the body by the help of excretion. But in case of cholera, there will be dehydration, there will be lack of water in the body due to frequent vomiting, due to loose motions, due to dehydration. So in that case, there will be less urine or no urination, and the concentration of the urea keeps on increasing, which will be highly poisonous to the body. And if not treated, then that individuals can die. Yeah. So treatment includes saline water injection to supply water to the body. So saline water injection needs to be done so that there will be continuous supply of water in the body along with the blood. Transmission. Now how the germs is transmitted? It is transmitted through the food and water. That's why the water is still properly boiled before drinking. The food or the fruits that we used to take must be covered properly so that any carrier like flies will not contaminate it, because flies are the one which will sit on the germs, or which will carry the germs. Because look over here, contamination is due to dust and by direct transfer through flies. That means mainly the flies are the one which are carrying the germs. Like houseflies will carry the germs of cholera from one place to another place. Yeah. So mainly the flies will sit on the waste products of the infected individuals, those individuals who are suffering from cholera. Alright. Mainly the flies will sit on the waste products, on the excreta, on the fecal materials. Now that fecal material contains the germs, contains the bacteria that causes cholera. So those germs will attach to the body of the flies. That means the flies will carry those germs. It will stick to the spinal legs and the body. Clear? And will carry the germs from one place to another place. So how to prevent it? Simply include good sanitation, maintaining good sanitation, maintaining cleanliness, proper hygiene condition, killing the flies, cover the food and the fruits, boiling water for drinking, and eating well cooked food. Immunizations by taking anti-cholera injection is also very, very useful. Clear? So what is cholera? It's caused by Vibrio cholera, thyroid infection, intestinal tract, incubation periods, few hours to 6 days, symptoms, vomiting, loose motions, dehydration, little or no urinations, accumulation of urea in the body which will be poisonous. Treatment includes saline water injection in the body for regular supply of water. Transmission, germ is transmitted by the help of flies through food and water. Flies sit on the excreta of the patients and carry the germs which stick to their spinal legs and the body to the exposed food that is eaten up. That means those germs will be transmitted from one place to another place by the help of the flies. Now, how to prevent? Preventions include good sanitation, killing the flies, cover the food, cover the fruits, boiling water, boil the water before drinking, and eating well cooked food. Immunizations by taking anti-cholera injection is also very, very useful for the prevention or treatment of cholera. Next one, typhoid fever, caused by a bacterium called Salmonella typhi. Clear? So typhoid is mainly caused by Salmonella typhi. Site of infection, it also attacks the intestine. Symptoms: continuous fever is very important. There will be continuous fever which usually rises in the afternoon. Then this fever which usually it goes on, how it will come. Reddish eruptions occurs on the chest and the abdomen. Incubation periods is how many days? 7 to 12 days. That means it takes 7 to 12 days for the appearance of symptoms. The patient passes out the germs in excreta, so here also the germs that cause the typhoid will pass out from the body through the excreta. Now flies and direct contamination of food and particularly of male respiratory disease. So mainly the germs will be transmitted by the help of the flies and also by direct contamination from the food. Now, mainly those individuals who will be recovered from the typhoid, alright, they will simply, in few cases, they will simply act as a carrier. Carrier means they will not show the symptom of the disease. Alright, let's carefully. Carrier means they will not show the symptoms of the disease, but they will transfer the bacteria from one individual to another individuals. Clear? So carrier will not show the symptom of the disease, but they will infect the other individuals. If the immunity power of other individuals is not so good, is very poor, then they will be easily infected by the bacteria Salmonella typhi, which causes typhoid. Okay, next one. After recovery, patient is very weak and some are carrier of the disease. Treatment, chloromycetin is very effective antibiotic. So treatment can be done by the use of antibiotic, and the name of the antibiotic is chloromycetin. How to prevent the transmission of typhoid? Typhoid, anti-typhoid inoculation should be repeated, means vaccination has to be done and has to be repeated every year. Proper sanitation and control of flies reduces the chances of disease. So typhoid fever caused by Salmonella typhi, attack the intestine, symptoms, continuous fever which usually rises in the afternoon, reddish eruptions appearance on the chest and abdomen, incubation period 7 to 12 days, patient passes the germs to the excreta and those germs will be transmitted by the help of the flies. Alright? Individuals come in contact with the bacteria by the food or the water which is contaminated with Salmonella typhi. Even after the treatment is done, if the patient will recover from typhoid, most of them will act as a carrier. Carrier means they will not show the symptom of the disease, but they will help in the transmission of the bacteria Salmonella. So that means it will infect the other individuals. And if the immunity power of other individuals will be very poor, then they will be easily infected by this bacteria. So they will show the symptom of the disease typhoid. Treatment can be done by the use of antibiotic chloromycetin. Prevention, go for the inoculation or the vaccination of anti-typhoid. Alright, which has to be repeated every year. Proper sanitation has to be done, and the control of flies also reduces the chances of disease or chances of transmission. So go through it. And last one, tuberculosis or TB. Okay, so tuberculosis or TB is also caused by a small rod-shaped bacteria which is called the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So tuberculosis or TB is caused by the bacteria Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Now this is mainly transmitted by the sputum of the infected person. That means the sputum will carry or contains the Mycobacterium. So through the sputum, this bacterium will be transmitted from one place to another place. Incubation periods 2 to 10 weeks. Side infections will mainly infect the lungs. All the other parts will also be infected, like brain, kidney, and bones. But mainly the side infection is the lungs. If the body resistance is low, the disease becomes very severe. Treatment: antibiotic name streptomycin. Remember the name of the antibiotic. So treatment can be done by the help of antibiotic streptomycin. It inhibits the growth of bacteria. Prevention: BCG vaccination has been found useful in developing immunity for tuberculosis. So BCG vaccination has to be done or needs to be done to inhibit or to prevent tuberculosis. So March 24 is generally observed as the anti-tuberculosis day. So TB is caused by rod-shaped bacterium, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is transmitted or spread by the sputum of the infected person, Incubation period of mycobacterium lasts how many weeks? 2 to 10 weeks. Generally infect the lungs, but other parts like brain, kidney and bone will also become infected or get infected. If the body resistance is very poor, then it is become very severe, very lethal. Treatment can be done by the help of antibiotic, streptomycin, which will inhibit the growth of bacteria. Prevention, it can be done by the help of BCG vaccination. Wall like March 24 is observed in the anti-tuberculosis day. So today we have learned about the diseases which are caused by the bacteria. And what are the name of disease? The name of the disease that are caused by bacteria are cholera, typhoid, and tuberculosis. So in the next class, we will learn about the diseases which are caused by viruses. So this was for today. See you in next